Hey guys, Dr. Ben here, Functional Medicine Centers. Great to have you on board today. We're going to talk about coronavirus a little bit, as well as potentials for what may be causing increased spikes, worse outcomes in certain places than others, like New York or LA or some of these different places. And there was a report issued on Thursday. This is out of Colorado, the Department of Health in Colorado. They released a report saying that people that lived in a higher congested, higher traffic, higher pollution areas had greater infection rate, greater hospitalization rate, and greater death rate than people that lived in non-polluted areas. And this goes with some other data, other information that I've been looking at. And also, when we go way back even to Wuhan, China, that is one of the most polluted places in the world when you look at particulate matter, when you look at the amount of pollution coming from vehicles and factories and everything. And there was a great doctor that I was listening to a bunch of months ago, and he, like a year or two ago, he had kind of plotted out around the world if there was a major viral infection, where they would be. And Wuhan was one of those top 3 places where there would be a major breakout. And the reason is because those viruses are going to proliferate more in this depleted state. The other thing here in Colorado, we had all these wildfires last year where it was like, looked like we lived on Mars. It was red out. It was just really, really weird. All this soot coming down. And so the traffic potential and the pollution and all that, plus all that particulate matter from the fires, they found that people that are condensed in those areas are worse off. Another interesting thing, I was going through and they found the top out of the 50 states, the top states that of the safest to live as far as the least number of cases, infections, actual hospitalizations, deaths, everything from compared to the per capita. So not just total number per state, but per person. And Alaska was last. It was the best one out there. Then Hawaii, you had Maine, North Dakota, Wyoming, Montana. Some of these states that have very little pollution, very little suburban areas, they're per capita. So every 10,000 or 100,000 people, whatever it is, they had a significantly lower percentage of those people. So, it might be that they're less congested, less likely to be around other people, but there is a lot of research coming out about the pollution and what this particulate matter is getting into our lungs. They found even people that lived along interstates, right along the highways, their houses, they had higher rates of infection, hospitalization, death, things like that. So interesting research out there. If anything, it tells us, hey, we need to be working as much as we possibly can, working on our liver, working on our health, working on our lungs, all of these things to make sure that your body can handle any of these things that are thrown at us. So it's not just, you need to up and move to Wyoming. All my people out there in Wyoming are probably giving a thumbs down saying don't move to Wyoming. But it really shows that, okay, even if we are having to live in San Francisco or live in New Jersey or whatever it is, there's still things that you need to do to protect yourself and to make sure that your body is processing out viruses okay. And that's going to be a huge part of this process, is to get your body as healthy as you possibly can. Another interesting statistic in Colorado, they found Hispanics were 31% higher likely to contract the coronavirus than other people, 44% more likely to get hospitalized, and 59% more likely to die. Pretty fascinating numbers there. I think for hey Julie, good to see you in Wyoming there. I'm not trying to send everybody to Wyoming, but just tell them that you've got to be able to keep your body healthy. So with Hispanics, many of them that I've worked on in our office, we have found higher rates of prediabetes, diabetes, a lot of inflammation, lots of different things that genetically they're predisposed to having these issues. So, that's definitely what we want to look at. We've got to get the body calmed down. We've got to help that inflammation. Anybody that lives in the city, you've got to do everything you can to detoxify, keep working on your liver, keep working on your lungs. And this is a great indication with this research coming out showing that there was higher infection, hospitalization, and deaths in Colorado here for the different areas that they evaluated, and if they lived closer to different places of pollution right next to the interstate versus out in the country and some things like that. So some interesting information, and take it for what it is right now. It's not set in stone, but it really tells us that we've got to get our bodies as. So hope you guys are doing great. Make it a great Friday, great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.